Hello, 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 guys. It's Jennifer with Fox and Smocks. I have been missing in action for about a week now. I actually thought I went live last week, but they decided with Craft Around the Clock that they were canceling or like not doing lives because of the holiday and stuff. So anyways, I'll be going live for Craft Around the Clock on Wednesday, but I thought I'd come on here and paint our July Brunch and Brush project that we're going to be doing for South Rock Christian Church. It's a fundraiser event for their women's ministry, and this is what we're going to be making this month. So it's going to be a windmill with the word welcome on it, so hopefully they like it. But this is an overlay. And I'm going to tell you right now, I've seen somebody's let me think of the word, essential stencil project, and they did this with the stencils, and I thought, well, how cute is that? I'm gonna try that with just regular the way I do it without stencils. So let's go ahead and paint this. I'm gonna paint the background of this with a baby wipe. So I'm gonna take just a regular baby wipe, and I'm going to use the brown paint, and we're going to cover the whole entire thing. Now my board's pretty warped, so that's okay. This is just a sample one, but regardless, we're going to put some brown down. This is Earth Brown Acrylic Anita's paint, so we're just going to put some brown. I'm going to cover the whole entire thing with brown, and then we're going to add some fancy stuff to it. So let's go ahead, and we're just going to paint the whole entire thing brown. We're using a baby wipe, so it'll dry nice and quick. You're still going to be able to see those score lines, so you know where to lay the word down, and the windmill. So I think we're going to try to do this kind of like a rustic-y look. She used a palette knife. I'm going to use a Walmart gift card, like an old Walmart gift card. And I'm going to show you how to do the same exact thing. I really like the way it turned out. And when I get off of here, I will go find the girl that did that and like tag her or something in here. Let you guys know who it was, because I was really inspired by it. And I think I caught her reel. Like I don't even think I seen her actual video. I just saw the reel of it, and I was like, ooh, that's cute. I can do that. So I thought, how fun would that be to show the ladies at the church? We've been averaging anywhere, like our first one we had about 45 people, and then the second one we had about 30 people. But the difference is the second one that we did, I found out after the fact that the date that we picked to do it was also citywide garage sale. So there was a lot of people doing garage sales. So that didn't surprise me that we didn't have as many as we did the first time. But that's okay. It's open to the public, so anybody can get registered. Now, they don't have the link or anything yet because I haven't even given them the project. And it's not until July the 15th, so we've got a little bit of time. So there's our welcome. We're going to let that dry for a second, and then we're going to do some palette knife on this. So we're going to let this dry. I'm going to set it off to the side, and then we're going to go ahead and paint the welcome and the windmill. Hello, hello. I don't know who's on, but you can say hi when you jump on. We are going to paint those with the baby wipe as well, but we're going to paint those black. And I'm going to rub I'm not going to put like a ton of paint on, but I'm going to use black for this because of how we're doing this is we're going to be doing the palette knife over the top of that brown, and we're going to be using these two colors and maybe some gray in with it. So it'll show like the brown, then a couple of blues. So we're going to put a little black paint out here, and I'm going to use a baby wipe again. So we're just going to grab some of this black here, and we're going to rub it onto our windmill. And I kind of want this a little bit of rustic-y, so I will probably go back over it again with a wet like, I will probably rub it in or go back over it again because I want it to look, you know, where some of it's dark and some of it's not. And we're going to get that effect with the baby wipe. It's going to kind of give us an effect of like we've stained it. So I think that's kind of what I'm looking for here. I don't necessarily want it to be like black, but I don't necessarily want it to be like the wood color either. So we're just doing a thin coat, and I'm just, like I said, I'm going to rub it in and get like half of it off. And I'll show you what I'm talking about once we get it on here. See how I'm kind of, it's not really like black, but it's not really, I mean, you're getting a good variation of colors. This is going to be a real quick project for the ladies. And I think too, we might even, if I'm feeling adventurous, we may add some foils to this one, but I'm not sure yet. I have to see how many people are coming before I agree to bringing all my foil stuff. So, because that's a little harder to show, like, I mean, I guess it's really not. I mean, I guess we could do some foils, but I'd have to figure out which foil that I really want to use on this project, which I'm kind of partial to my Draco foil, especially for like bigger pieces. I always think it turns out really cool. So we may not, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so I've got the black on that one, and all I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna leave it like this. I don't even think I'm gonna, like, I don't think I'm gonna worry about painting anymore. I'm just gonna leave it kind of that blackish gray color. And now let's do the welcome, because I'm going to do the welcome in the same color. So we're just going to grab some of this black, and we're going to rub it on just like we did that one, and it's just going to take the form of a stain because I'm using the baby wipe. Now, I did this to where the welcome was all one word instead of having like every single letter separated. It just makes it easier to glue. So, and this one really, like I said, this one really doesn't have a whole lot of stuff on it. So we may end up adding some foils to it. We'll see. But if anything, if we're going to add foils, it'll probably be on the background rather than on the words or the windmill. And maybe accent a little bit of the windmill. I just have to see what colors I have that'll work with it. So if you're interested in learning what Brunch and Brush is, it's a program, or it's basically a fundraising activity that we started for the women's ministry, and every other month or so we kind of do a craft project. And this month, like I said, we're gonna do this welcome with the windmill on it. I think that'll be cute. So, all right, we've got our welcome painted, and it's kind of not like super black or anything, but I think that'll look really cute on it with what we're gonna get ready to do. So our board now is pretty much dry. Like, I'm not too worried about it. We're gonna put, we're gonna do some palette knifing on this. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna get out my, these are both chalk paint as well. It just happened to be what I grabbed. So we're gonna go for this. We're gonna do it, if I can get them open. There we go. All right, so chalk paint, if you've never painted with it, is a little bit thicker. So this is just a use, like an old Walmart gift card. Some of the people use like a palette knife or something to the sort. I am not really gonna mess with all of that business today. We're just gonna do it an easy way here. We're using what we got, in other words. So I've got paint on the edge of it. And all we're gonna do now is we're just gonna kind of come through, and I want to show you this. So we're just gonna come in here, and we're literally just gonna scrape it on the board, okay? Just like that. So this process, it does give people a lot of anxiety sometimes because you never know where your paint's gonna go. But the way we're doing it here, I'm going to try to not get this everywhere because we don't need a ton. We just need a little dab of it. There we go. So this will be a little easier than trying to put it down in that lid. So I'm going to grab some more of this peacock teal paint. We're going to just kind of scrape it all over. And it's okay if it gets a lot, okay? It's okay if it gets a lot. If it gets a little, that's okay. I want to focus around the edges too. I don't want to forget the edges. And then, like I said, we're going to start layering some of these colors. So yeah, this gives people anxiety sometimes because you just never know where the paint's gonna go and you don't know what kind of splotches you're gonna get, and sometimes you get like big giant splotches and then sometimes you don't get hardly any, and I don't mind it so much, but all right, so here's kind of what we got with the peacock teal. Now we're gonna come in here with do the same exact thing. We're going to come in here and do the same exact thing with another color and maybe a third color. We'll see here. Let's see what it ends up looking like. So I've got this color. It's called agave or agave or whatever. Anyways, it's kind of like a muted bluish. It reminds me of like, I don't know, water maybe. So let's put a little bit out here. We don't need a ton, just a little bit. And because it's chalk paint, it's really thick, so it is kind of hard to get it not everywhere. Okay. All right, let's grab some of that lighter blue here. And we're just going to add it in here. Nice thing about the way I do my paint parties is I kind of bring all of my paint and I just let you pick whatever color you want. So we kind of think about it a little bit before we just jump in, and if you need to, we can use the back of a piece of wood or something like that, and we can really kind of tell whether or not the colors are going to look good together or whatever. Or if you're trying to match, you know, like your bathroom or your living room or whatever. That's why I bring all of my paint. So I bring all of my paint and let you guys kind of, well, not all of it, but I bring the majority of it and let you guys kind of pick through it. Our price for it is $35, and it includes childcare if you need it. So you get childcare if you need it. And then on top of that, you also get a fantastic breakfast that the ladies make or put on. So last month we had a gal that donated her time and efforts and her kitchen and made bread for us. So it was amazing. And she made like raisin bread and all kinds. She had like all kinds of fun stuff with it. So regardless, so here's kind of what I'm getting right now. I'm just getting that kind of chalky, streaky looking, like old, kind of rustic-y. I don't know if you want to call it rustic or not, but that's what we're going with. And we're just going to add some right in here. Now I'm going to go back into that teal color a little bit. And I'm going to grab some more of that. And really, you could do this You could do this a long time or a little, just like whatever makes your heart happy. That's when you can stop, or you can leave it and keep going. But honestly, once you start doing it this way, you really, it's just going to be kind of like whatever, like however you feel. Like that's when it's going to be like the time for you to stop, is when you're like, okay, I need to stop. I'm putting too much on, kind of thing. But with me, I kind of wanted to cover, like I wanted it to be covered, you know, covered, but like I still want to be able to see a little bit of that brown in there. So we're good there. I think we're going to add a little bit more of this, whatever this name is, agave or whatever here. We're going to try to just get some out of the lid here rather than pouring some more. No, we're going to have to pour it, I think. Okay. And I think we'll add another, I think we're going to add some more colors in here. Let's grab some of this black that we have already out. We'll grab a little bit of this black and see what happens when we add some black on there. Okay. Have you guys ever seen this done like this before? All right, let's add some, I think I'm going to add a little bit more of that black in. We're going to add some more out here. And then I've got a dark blue that might look really pretty with this too. So let's see. So like I said, this is open to the public. Anybody can go. You don't have to be part of the church. And like I said, childcare is available. We call it our brunch and brush. And I would say, let me give it a couple days, and then they'll probably have the sign up on it, and I'll post the link in the comments later. But okay, so now we've got some different blues and some black and some brown. And we're going to grab, let's see, let's put some gray on there. And then let's see about this sea breeze color. We might put a little bit of that on there. And then, I don't know, we're just going to play. We might put a couple colors on there. This is just a gray. It's called Rainy Day Gray. So we're going to grab some of that on our little makeshift palette knife here. Okay. All right, so now we've got black and gray and a couple different colors of blue. Let's see. Midnight blue. I said we were going to do some of this sea breeze. Let's see if we can get some of this on our... This one's almost gone. There we go. We're going to grab some of that. I've got a fly rolling around in here. I just realized he came downstairs with me when I was bringing my projects down here. Okay. So I know the ladies at the church are going to ask me, well, what colors did you use? And now I'm going to have to remember I used multiple colors in this. So I like it though that they kind of go like what I show them, but then they go like whatever they want to. They just do their colors however they want. And remember, this is going to be, some of this stuff is going to be covered up too, because we have the overlays that are going to go on top of it. So, yeah. So like I said, you could really do this to your heart's content. You can just keep going or stop or whatever. You can move your board around. You can do whatever you want. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if we add, let's see if I got one of these dark blues down here. Open. I don't have all my paint down here because I took it all with me to the last. I'm wondering, should we put some pink in there at all? Or should we, like a little tiny bit of pink maybe? Or I don't know, it's not pink. It's kind of, it's kind of a purple color. Like this color? Should we add some of this in there? Should we add some of that in there? Or should we just keep it the way it is? All right, I might have got carried away with that dark blue, but let's just see what it looks like. Ooh, that blue. That blue is good. Okay. We've added some blue in there. I'm going to grab some more of that gray, I think. Let's grab some of that gray. All right, you can really just keep going to your heart's content on this, but I think we're going to call it quits here in a second, because if not, then I'm just going to keep going, and you're not really going to be able to tell what I got going on here. So I am now going to go back to the first one I did, that peacock teal color, and I'm going to add some more. Just to kind of make it pop out again, because we've covered most of it up. Because I really like that. First of all, I really like that color. And two, okay, see how you never know what you're going to get? But like I said, I seen this gal's reel, and she was doing this, and it basically, what she did was, instead of using, like, she used stencils, and I actually cut it out of wood. Like, I basically took the idea, and when I go back in and I find her reel, because I'm sure I hearted it or something, I will come back and tell you guys who it was, so you can watch her whole tutorial if you want. But she did with stencils, and I'm doing it with the wood overcuts. But she was doing it with essential stencils, so my guess is it's probably on their page as well. Okay, I think I'm liking it. I don't think I want to do any more. Let's see what it looks like with the windmill on here. Hello, Rose. Hello, Carolyn. How are you? Okay, so we did this overlay, and it's like a windmill, an old style windmill. And then we've got welcome with it. And like I said, this is going to be for our July brunch and brush at the church. So there's our project. Do I need to add any more, or should I leave it alone? Should I leave it alone, or should we add more? Let me know. I am going to come in here and clean up the top of this real quick, because I just stuck my hand in a lot of wet paint. So what do you think? Should we add more or leave it alone? Hello, hello. I like it that way. Okay. Well, let's glue it down then. And then we'll call it good. I think it's like, I'm not even going to worry about the paint underneath the letters. So, and like I said, my board's kind of warped a little bit, so that's okay too. This will just be the demo one. We have some glue, it looks like, right here. Let's see if this one's open where we can use it. This one is. Okay. So I'm using stick fast glue. This is the glue that I use. And basically what I did was I put this big bottle in all these little bottles, and this is what we use for my paint parties. So that's why it's in here. So if you're local to me and you want to have a paint party, let me know, because I'd be happy to. I have my own laser cutter, so I can cut anything. Let's see. I live in the Wichita, Kansas area, so if you were wondering. Now, I did score this on here, guys, so they know where to put the letters and the windmill. And really, honestly, it's just about, you know, trying to get it on there as close as you can. If it doesn't get on there exactly right, it's okay. I mean, so we'll glue that down. But you know what I should have done, though? And I'll have to ask if they want this. I should have put 2 holes in the top of it, and then they could have put some twine on it and hung it. Where do I get the windmill? Rose, Rose, I will put it on my, okay, so I just redid my whole entire website. So what I'll do is I'll take some pictures of this, and I completely forgot to take a picture of it blank, so I'll try to have to get a screenshot of it. But it'll come blank. And what I'll do is I'll put it on my website, my new one that I just did, and you can order it there. But I'll put the link in the comments here in just a little bit, because I used to have a Linktore, but I changed it up to a Stans, S-T-O-R-E. So I will put that in there. I'm trying to redo everything to where it's all, you know, it's all just like on one area, and you don't have to look for my foiled fox box. You don't have to look for my my foils, my beach theme foils. I mean, you don't have to look for it. It's all like right there. And you pay for it right there. You don't have to like go to 15 different pages just to pay for it. So I'm trying it out, giving it a good faith effort. Okay. Here we go. We're going to lay this down. And we'll hold it down for just a second here. Hopefully I don't move it too much out of the lines. Whew, that glue is strong. Okay, guys, so stick fast glue, it glues pretty fast, and I have a tendency to glue my fingers together, so looks gold, just looks good just like that. Okay, I like it. Me too. Thanks, guys. Thanks for pitching in and letting me know what you think. Like I said, when you're doing palette knife painting, you really can like do as much or as little as you want. But I knew that I wanted it to kind of, like I knew I wanted the color scheme and everything. But there's our project. I think it turned out super cute. And I did all of this with a baby wipe. So yeah. So there's our project. You can really see the different colors in there looking at it like this. But other than that, guys, I am going to jump off of here, and thank you for watching, and be on the lookout, because I will come back and I'll add the where you can register for that if you are local to me. And I will come back in, I'll add it onto my website, and then I will come back on and I'll tag you, Rose, so you can see where to get it, okay? Other than that, guys, have a good afternoon, and hopefully you don't get too rained on. I got like poured on earlier, so down here in my basement, that's why I got like my little jacket on, because it's cold down here. So anyways, have a good afternoon. We'll see you later. Bye.